Some to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Damian Lillard out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Butler. And it's Drummond in at the center position. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Butler. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
You got to have your heads up on defense. Lillard's going to fire that as soon as he catches it.
Curry dishes to Gobert. Curry against Lillard. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Thompson, a screen on Lillard. Curry can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the basket by Lillard.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Butler kicks to Lillard. And so just over a minute and a half played. LaVine against Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. LaVine passes to Lillard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Warriors are gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes, but it's not a rebuild. This new roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long term.
Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Curry kicks to Thompson. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
And that one's good. Lillard.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Curry, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry, his loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 09.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Trailblazers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. And both free throws good for Curry. And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise. And his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
Here's Curry, following the score by Damian Lillard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, for poster guys, it's usually dunks, but I wouldn't mind a Klay Thompson jump shot poster to look at on a nightly basis.
Sexton finds Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Gobert with a screen for Wiggins. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Sexton. To the middle. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Sexton? Averaging 17 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Griffin's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
For your Warriors, 16.
Let's check out the numbers for Bryant. How's the last month of basketball been for him? First in three-point field goal percentage, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters. Here's Grant. He really had an off night against the Timberwolves, never really got into rhythm. And stolen by Aldridge. Lillard from outside. That shot off. And Golden State will come the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And that was a game to forget. I mean, you'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Fires the three. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Lillard's got 13.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
To the inside. Lillard against Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the three-point shot. He has 5.
Anything the opponent does, trust me, Steph can do it better. He's got to be the best shooter that we've ever seen in the game.
Now, here's Sexton. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. And that one hits back iron.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Grant against Sexton. Fade away. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Portland leading by 3.
Just thinking aloud about the best teams of my lifetime, that 2017 Warriors are way up there. That first year KD was with Golden State.
It's Gobert with the ball for the Warriors. Curry deciding where to go with it. And the pass to Griffin.
In the first 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Grant. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And the title-winning 2017 Warriors, Brent Barry, what made them special?
Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. I mean, all these guys in their prime, Kevin, but to me it's what Steve created there stylistically. The fact that they played with so much freedom, so much enjoyment. You don't see that all that often. So the Warriors reaching the crown with that kind of consistency and character, that's what made it special.
The free throw drops for Butler.
Butler gives you so much toughness and determination. This guy can really impact what the culture of your team is all about.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Wiseman's checked in for Gobert. Wagner comes in for Jeremy Grant. Korkmaz checked in for Thompson. And it's Rivers in for Curry. And a switch here also for Portland. Curry's checked in.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is worth it.
Here's Korkmaz. He averages about 5 points a game. Wiseman finds Griffin. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Trailblazers leading by 4. Pass to Sexton. Here is Bryant. Outside Butler. Back to Bryant. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And good recognition for Bryant to head right to the hoop.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Korkmaz. Wagner outside. Passes to Griffin. Wagner, a screen on Sexton. Rivers. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And they did win that last game in this matchup, and it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Now here's Butler. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
But what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Inside, here's Wiseman. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, Wiseman setting up camp on the interior. He's going to be effective there.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 7. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
22. Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors use.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Warriors trail by 7 on the court for the Trailblazers. Hart is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Levine at shooting guard. Down low, it's deflected. Lillard outside. The pass to Drummond. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Drummond has a lot of ways to beat you down low. And his points are coming deep in the paint now.
Pass to Griffin. To the inside. Wiseman kicks to Rivers. Trains it from beyond the arc. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Portland making their last shot. And finished off by Wiseman.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Outside, Levine. Nurkic in the post, working on Grant, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeremy Grant picks one up. Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name center.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
And the first one drops.
And sometimes a trade is exactly what a player needs. And that was the case with Jusuf Nurkic.
Back in 2017, you remember, it was Jokic, Nurkic, back and forth. They were getting limited playing time. And then finally, there was a trade that allowed Nurkic to get from Denver to Portland. And he's kind of doubled up everything in terms of its production since then.
And so he makes both from the line. GA with their fourth title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an All-NBA team.
Greg, we know that Klay Thompson had 941 days between NBA games because of those injuries. But he was using that experience away for good.
And Clay announcing with that his family foundation would have a 941-day initiative. Programs to help workers who have suffered career setbacks. Thompson helping others with their comeback.
That free throw good from Thompson.
When you think of Klay Thompson, most people think of that three-point shot. But really, it's Klay's ability as a two-way player on the perimeter that has been a standout talent.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Warriors. And then for the Trailblazers, Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Colin Sexton in for Zach LaVine. And so Thompson nails both of them.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Nurkic setting the pick for Butler. Back to Nurkic. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, that's how you execute a pick and roll. Jimmy Butler just toying with the defense and waiting for the opening.
Thompson finds Curry. A three-pointer, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Outside, Sexton. Nurkic setting the pick for Butler. Portland moving the ball around. And Drummond throws it down.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. It's worked for him. DA, thanks.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim. Well, I love it. It's eye contact with his teammate, the ball in great position, and Andre does the rest.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And let me hear you one more time for your GS Lakers.
Trailblazers. Ryan is checked in for Drummond. Jones comes in for Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Seth Curry in for Lillard. Right side Curry. Back to Thompson. Wiggins against Butler. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
We saw Andrew Wiggins take a big step forward when he went to Golden State in 2020.
A lot of people think that's a subtle change, but I actually think it's a lot bigger. When you get a player of Andrew Wiggins' caliber who is born to score, and you adjust some of the shot selection and how offensively he's staying engaged, that's a big difference both physically and mentally. It's been a big uptick for him along with his defensive presence.
And coming down the stretch here, Greg, a lot left to decide, especially for teams on the playoff bubble.
And Kevin, the play-in tournaments add another level of complexity. I'll say this, the league now has more teams fighting all the way to the end.
Here's Curry after the Trailblazers pick up 2. A three-pointer, Wiggins, and Curry pulls it down.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Butler passes to Sexton. And here is Curry. Shot clock at 5. It's Butler that time on the assist by Curry. And now a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Wiggins. Over Butler. Wiggins finds Gobert. Count that bucket. Gobert's got his first points in this one.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
Stolen by Grant. Outside for Curry. The feed to Gobert. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers.
And in his 7th season in the league, Jeremy Grant took a huge step forward. His scoring output went way up.
Yeah, and there's some recognition around that. He got some first-place votes for most improved player. And that's pretty impressive for a guy in the middle of his career. So the work ethic paying off. And he's desiring to get better.
Wagner's checked in for the Warriors. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Dean comes in for Seth Curry. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Sexton. Butler kicks to Jones. Curry against Lillard. Passes it to Bryant. Portland moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Good on the bucket. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
Defense had the right idea there, but maybe not enough time in the weight room. Butler right through that.
Curry passes to Gobert. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. Wagner against Jones. Wagner kicks to Curry. It's good from long range. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
And really the last guy that you like to see comfortable shooting the ball is Stephen Curry, just automatic.
Butler passes to Jones, and Jones slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Thompson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Gobert, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Butler kicks to Levine. The pass to Bryant. Lillard outside. Back to Bryant. Nice defense from Wagner.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now here's Wiggins. We saw him with 10 points last game. Wagner passes to Thompson. Off target with his three.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first two shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Lillard finds Butler. Lillard a screen on Wagner. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Butler against Wagner. And that one, good. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, Jimmy Butler can score on all three levels, inside, outside, and from distance.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Curry fires from way outside. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look at Portland, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Taking some time now to look at our matchup, well, everything is going right for the Portland Trail Blazers.
We use a lot of hyperbole around here. I can't even spell hyperbole, but I know when we use it. But it actually looks like they're doing just that. Passing drills out there. The ball movement is insane.
Us? Use hyperbole. We wouldn't do that in a million years. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Guard pair on the floor. It's Curry and Thompson. Wiggins is out there with Grant. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Second shot opportunity. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They trail by 14. They host the Clippers after this game, and that'll be the fourth of this 5-game homestand. Wiggins kicks to Thompson. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Thompson's got 13 points.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now, here's Grant. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Nurkic a screen on Thompson. Thompson against Butler. 6 to shoot. Over Thompson. And it's Butler missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. Boy, a fierce competitor. Jimmy Butler puts his heart and soul into the game.
Well, not a lot of opponents or players in this league that are going to outwork Jimmy Butler, and he does. He impacts the game in so many ways, and he's all about winning.
And here's Levine following Jeremy Grant's 3. And he uses the glass on the layup. Levine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
In a natural score, Levine is content to try his luck from just about anywhere on the court.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry against Lillard. Wiggins surveying the floor. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Shots good from Butler. And it's a 12-point Portland lead.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Curry finds Gobert. Now here's Wiggins, defended by Butler. Wiggins with the bounce pass. Thompson misses. Trailblazers leading by 12. Lillard outside. Here's Drummond. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Curry passes to Thompson. Stolen by Levine. Outside Butler. Pass to Drummond. Shoots over Curry, and that one's good. Drummond.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And the Warriors miss again.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
Now here's Butler. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. To the middle. Kicks it out to Lillard. Portland with a new 14. Now Butler. He's got 9. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Grant. Drummond passes to Butler. Goes up again, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Jones comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Colin Sexton in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Wiggins. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Wiggins with it, defended by Butler. Gobert with a screen for Wiggins over Butler. And that one goes long. Here's Sexton. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Curry fires from way outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Let's see some of the numbers here for Stephen Curry. And here are the Blazers. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Butler on the way. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Butler with the jam.
Well, right now, Jimmy Butler is in the zone.
Warriors trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Timeout called the Warriors. Some changes for Golden State. Heisman comes in for Gobert. And Wagner's subbed in for Grant. Left side, Curry. To end the drought. Portland grabs the miss. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Wiseman. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Curry. Takes a 3. Here's Thompson. Up and in on the way. Thompson's got 15.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Section gets free t-shirt. Dub Nation, time to make the noise and welcome out your Warriors next team.
the Warriors with some changes. Griffin's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Korkmaz comes in for Thompson. And it's Austin Rivers in for Stephen Curry. And then for the Trailblazers, Andre Drummond's checked in for Bryant. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Jones. And Levine subbed in for Curry. And here's Portland. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Sexton dishes to Levine. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Korkmaz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Wiseman. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Sinks the triple. Levine's got 10 points in the game.
And you got to run Levine off that line. He's a legitimate threat to do damage from deep.
Rivers against Sexton. Rivers kicks to Wagner. Wiseman the pass to Korkmaz. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so Sexton will bring it up for Portland. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Outside, Levine lets the 3 fly and finished off by Nurkic.
Smart play getting Nurkic the ball after the screen and roll. He dives towards the basket and gets the pass in a perfect spot deep in the lane.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wiseman no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Spins. It's stolen by Wiseman. Here's Korkmaz. And the Warriors miss again. And so it's Portland riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Drummond. Nurkic is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Sexton in at the 1. Emmanuel Ginobili recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and you won a couple rings with that guy. Give us some memories you can share about the great Ginobili.
Oh, man. Manu is absolutely one of my favorite teammates of all time, Kevin, and one of the most delightful people that you ever could be around. I just think about the practices and the plane rides and him just joking around, and then something happens. It gets on the floor, it gets into the fourth quarter, it's time to win, and it's basically Manu Ginobili time. So I'm thrilled that he's in the Hall of Fame, and he deserves every bit of it.
And Sexton drops them both.
Now, Sexton understands what's at stake for him, so the passion that he brings to the court on a nightly basis has to be there.
Now here's Rivers. Griffin down low, defended by Hart. That shot by Griffin, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Levine, good. Levine's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Griffin over Hart, and Griffin scores. The assist by Rivers. Rivers has got 3 assists in the game. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Levine. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Griffin. And a couple years ago, the NBA played with a 72-game schedule. Think the NBA will ever shorten the number of games long-term and go back to that number?
I don't know, Kevin, but this idea of the mid-season tournament seems to be gaining more and more traction, and there's a lot more interest in what it would do to the competitiveness of the middle part of the season. And I think we're all for something like that, where something's on the line and we see guys elevated in that element.
Now here's Rivers following the missed shot by Nurkic. 2 points, that one goes.
That's a big part of how Austin Rivers is making his living, attacking out of the pick and roll.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Fans, give it up for your Warriors U15. Give it up for your Warriors U15.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. Trailblazers leading by 23. Now, here's Hart. He kicks to Sexton. Outside Bryant, and Hart has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Wiggins passes to Curry. Brent, with the way shooting has evolved, do you think they might move the three-point line further out at some point?
I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, but I have heard some great ideas, and who knows?
And here's Sexton after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Sexton with it. Now defended by Grant, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
I think the length of Aldridge is hard to deal with. He's effective at using it to get those kind of calls.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. The NBA announced its 75th anniversary team last year, Brent, with a lot of fanfare attached to it. What'd you think of the list?
I thought the list was pretty good. You can always argue a few guys should have been on it, and it's probably a tough pill to swallow for current guys who have had tremendous careers to this point, guys who have played 8 or 9 years that didn't maybe make this particular list. I'll tell you this, Kevin, in 25 years, there'll be another list.
Portland leading by 21. And Lillard kicks to Bryant. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Sexton. Oh, good with the triple. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. High, arcing shot. He gets that one.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope. When just a little while ago, it looked like hope was lost.
Aldridge with a screen on Thompson. Sexton. Aldridge's shot is good.
Imposing his will on the interior. LaMarcus taking the contact and finishing through the play.
Lillard against Curry. Deflects the pass and stolen by Sexton. Lillard with no one around. Offline with his three.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing this second half in the mud.
And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
That one is off.
Wiggins has showed himself over the past couple seasons as being a great two-way player, and he can still do damage on the offensive end. Don't get that twisted.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Jimmy Butler comes in for Josh Hart, and Levine subbed in for Sexton. And he's good on the second. Portland leading by 20. And here's Levine. Aldridge with a screen on Wiggins. Levine finds Aldridge. Shoots over Grant. Aldridge, no luck. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Curry's shot is good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Jeremy Grant. Levine with it. The kick out to Aldridge. 4 on the shot clock. A deep three from Butler. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Curry fires from way outside. Portland grabs the miss. Bryant's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Levine deciding where to go with it. Driving the lane. Aldridge trying to break free. Levine, that's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 17. Curry on the wing. Covered by Lillard. Curry on the wing. Gobert with a screen on Lillard. Curry passes to Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
First free throw is good.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Drummond's checked in for Bryant. And it's Yusuf Nurkic in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And he makes the first but misses the second.
You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
We've got 1:28 left in the game. Lillard is screen on Wiggins. And Levine, here we go. Lillard has the open look. Misses off the right iron.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight will make it 46.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Butler.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
And here is Curry after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Levine passes to Drummond. And he just jams it right over Jeremy Grant. Wow!
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And the basket by Curry.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin.